Okay, hi everyone. It's been a while, at least a month plus, since I've made a video, and lots of reasons. The big one is that I have gotten to a point where I felt like the only thing that was important to me was to finish that game, and I still have that going on in my head, and I'm still working on Myris. It is in development now. I basically have started actually learning or broadening my knowledge of the tools that I'm going to use to make the game. My knowledge is alright already, it's just I wanted to make sure that I could, well, it's not as good as I would like it, I'll be honest, because there's some things I just can't do because I don't know how to do it, kind of thing, so I'm just sort of opening up my awareness and getting better. Otherwise, I'm just trying to understand this world that I'm in and having major realizations. I figured out the secret to the INFJ's mind, which is basically they are the summation, or the sum, of potential and kinetic energy, also known as mechanical energy, and what the mechanical energy is, if you don't know, is if a car was to hit another object, you would have potential and kinetic energy combined or together, and as it interacts with something else, that interaction's result is mechanical energy. It's kind of weird. I would almost describe it as the impact of everything, or the rotation of everything. I'm not sure which one it is and if that's even accurate enough, but I think that's what I think it's impact. But I might be wrong, but it kind of makes sense. It's, yeah, I think it's impact. I think they live in the world of being a shield, a protector, impact. So that's what I think. Maybe rotation plays a part in that as well. Would kind of make sense. Besides that, it's been understanding the ENTP way of the energetic observations of being an ENTP, and I figured out that memories is the electromagnetic oscillation, and it kind of makes sense. We are reflecting. If you don't know, in the neurological pathway category pattern theory that I made, not that you know it's publicly available, but in it says that, well, it doesn't say it, but it says that ENTPs are radiant humans, and that means that they run on the laws and the force of photons, and photons can have colour as well, or maybe they are colour. I think they are, but and so regardless if they're black, white, whatever colour it is, and if you think about it, memories are the only human thing that has that, apart from vision, which is a totally different thing in a sense, kind of, because vision and memories can kind of work hand in hand. It's that the problem is you don't have control over you don't have a lot of control over your vision's environment, but you do have some control over your stored color information in your brain. Otherwise you wouldn't have memories, and you won't be able to change those memories and all kinds of other stuff. And I think, and if you actually look at memories, they are color. So I think that that's where the photonic the photonic force and law plays a part in the personality of ENTP. It's in the memories. ENTP can reflect their memories, they can absorb their memories, or maybe it's they reflect the colour of their memories, they absorb the memory of the colours, and that kind of makes more sense to me. But they can diffract that colour, they can refract that colour, they can, yeah, that's what we do. And I think that's how an ENTP is a radiant human, and that might be, I think that's accurate, really accurate actually. Anyways, moving on, so that's something I've learned, and I guess just down to my actual life currently, it's just been kind of like, I figured out why I'm so depressed finally. It's because I'm dissatisfied with just about everything. I'm not even kidding, just about everything. I mean, apart from like rain, or certain sensations or textures, or something's, you know, subliminal, like that, it's, yeah, I just do not like anything. I'm just dissatisfied. Like, I want to be into humans, I want to find them satisfying, but most of the time I can barely find any reason to say they're above decent on most occasions. There are times where I feel like I've connected with someone and it's been a strong I've felt like I've had a similarity with someone that's been pretty strong, but there's always this other crap of dissatisfaction in their personality that I don't like. There's always something wrong with someone, and it's not. And you know, you can say, oh, you're trying to be perfectionist, and yeah, I guess so in a way. I'm trying to make a manual to this universe. I'm trying to finish this fucking game where everyone's been put into, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people being born into this world not knowing what they have to do. I'm sick of people being born in this world feeling like they're hopeless, feeling like they haven't got a way to move through the world. They haven't got a guide or something to be there to tell them, look, this is how it works, follow this and I can guarantee you it will work out for you, you know. And you know, I guess I don't know if I'll ever be able to give it out publicly, because it could just be used for bad things, but I'm definitely going to build it and give it to people who I consider to be worthy of it, and that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I do want to be as close to perfect as possible. I don't think I'll be able to achieve it in my social life, perhaps. I might not be able to do it in all aspects in some sense, but I don't damn well know that I can construct an energetically correct piece of work, or at least try to fucking do it, and that's about as close as you're going to get to being perfected, you know, energetically correct, and then revolutionize that, and keep doing it. That's about as good as it gets, really. I don't, you know, let me just see how long I've been recording for, and if the battery's not dying. Only 8 minutes ago. Yeah, so it's just, yeah, it's just like, I'm in a turmoil between wanting to be lonely and wanting to just be with someone, and I realise now that the problem is partly my fault, and the problem is partly that nature is so fucked up as well. I hope that didn't mess up the view there. It shouldn't have, not very much. Oh, bloody stupidness of this setup here. Got the cam so that it's like around in between my legs, because I can't put the camera anywhere else. Bloody hell, I hate this. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyways. That should be okay. That should be okay. I hope that's okay. Anyways. Yeah, so it's just like, I'm just dissatisfied. I'm trying to find satisfaction in my life, but the only places I find it is when things are at a seriously educated level, or at least seriously, maybe not educated, but seriously, yeah, I guess it is educated. it's knowledgeable, or even more. So like I would have been listening to classical music because I was hoping that the greatest composers in the world apparently, although I kind of disagree in some aspects, but I kind of can see it as well. But like you know, I, I listen to them hoping that I can get some ounce of satisfaction from it, and it's like very rare moments. It's really annoying. I think the only places where I get actual satisfaction from this world on any level is when I have a similar attraction to someone that leads to something more than just talking. When there's actual physical contact, and I'm able to experience another person, I think that's like the closest I'm ever going to get, apart from finishing some piece of work that I've done and worked so damn hard on, that I'll ever get to being so satisfied by something or listening to the rain or something like that, or laying outside at dawn or dusk or something like those little moments that you get. Those are the only times I'm ever going to be really satisfied. I actually find sitting outside somehow really amazing, like really satisfying. Like just being with nature is more satisfying than anything else. I think is what I'm trying to get at. I'm a naturalist, or almost a naturalist, and I think that's what it is that wanting to be with nature but not wanting to kill animals in the process of it, and just being in a garden, being with flowers, being with plants, being with horses and chickens and ducks and humans, if they can put up with me, and just all that kind of thing. Sorry if I'm just not looking at the camera, I'm just sort of in a moment. And I realise that my problems of mental health are social anxiety, definitely. It's hard to go outside without feeling like queasy, feeling like I want to vomit. It's not even a joke. That is literally what it feels like. It feels like as soon as I leave the house, it's like immediately I feel like I'm completely rejected. I'm completely vulnerable. I'm completely ready to be offended, to be destroyed, hurt, killed, and then a paranoia sets off, and it just goes on. It goes in a cycle, and then the Asperger's makes my everything so overbearing. Even in intimacy, you feel it like everything's so sensitive, which is kind of awesome and kind of annoying. And then bright lights. I hate those bright fucking lights. I hate the lights. Oh, it's annoying me, or it is annoying. That's why I had to turn the camera. I couldn't actually have my face pointing that way because that light was so bloody damn oversensitive. I have to put a curtain up in my fucking area just so I can have the light not shine on my face because it's so potent. It hurts, it burns on my eyes, man. It feels like that anyways. What else? It's just like when I'm communicating with people, or just talking, or just doing anything really with another person, there's all these holes and gaps in me understanding them, and me not knowing when to talk or when to talk, and this is why I'm struggling partly with communication, and then I have to categorize everything that I care about or find significant to the universe, or important to the universe, or important to my progression, or important to my addictive entertainment, I guess, has to be categorized. It doesn't matter, like I don't care, like I have to do it. And the list goes on and on. And I know for a fact I have those two disorders, there's no question about it. I can't I find it difficult to look people in the eyes. It makes me feel it's like being, so if someone pushed your eyes inwards. It feels like your whole being is being pushed inwards, and then like all this, your eyes are like making these like spicy, like papery feeling sensations, and your tongue and your mouth all like tenses up. I'm sorry, I was supposed to be sleeping before this video, but you feel like your tongue's tensing up and your face is yeah, it's just horrible. Your fingers feel like they're gonna tense up and your face feels like it's gonna tense up. It's just not good. So when it comes to like who have I been talking to, who have I been with in the time that I've been away, and it's just been, I don't know, I somehow managed to get drenched with INFJs. I guess I just hit the right jackpot, I guess, in putting myself out there in INFJ groups and speaking to people and letting people speak to me, and apparently offending a lot of people. In one particular instance, I went really honest about my feelings of INFJs, and that I think that they should be a bit more accessible, that a bit more accepting in terms of like when, you know, from a sexual point of view, in my opinion, I think people should be a bit more sexually accepting, and I don't know, that might be me being weird, I don't know, I don't think so. I think I'm just a bit more liberal than most people or something, and so I just kind of wish other people would be more liberal. Is that the right terminology? Whatever it is, when you're more giving than the average kind of thing. I wish that people were more like that, but apparently not. So I guess I'll just be one of those rare people who sleeps with a few people more than just one person, you know. And I don't know, the whole ENTP and INFJ thing, I don't even know. Like the ENTP could use the impact, or could be would really enjoy that impact actually, even. And but it comes with all this puzzle that is just not even remotely satisfying to me. I just feel like I'm just like I just want to vomit over their faces, or at least some of them. Or maybe it's not for this case for all INFJs. I'm not insulting you guys. I'm just saying I don't know why everything has to be so dissatisfactory in some aspects. It's just, can't you guys be more satisfying? Stop being so fucking up your stubborn asses. And the same goes for ENTPs, you know. I mean, why can't we just, I don't even know, I don't know if ENTP, people keep saying that I should be more accepting of religion and more accepting of, like, people eating meat and shit like this. And I'm just like, you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, why would I be accepting to religion, the number one problem on the earth? Like, that is like the number one problem on the earth. Like, if we got rid of religion, about 75% of the problems on this planet would be gone. As long as people got rid of the religion and then realised what the reality is, and that is that accurate determinism is the only way to live, not being inaccurate and determining things. And that's the big issue here, is that there's a lot of people, thanks to nature, inaccurately determining their circumstance, and sometimes not even giving a shit. And that's the problem. And I know I would go on and on and on about this, and I know I'm this annoying, naggy person, and blah 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 blah. I don't give a shit. I'm trying to solve problems. I'm trying to let people know, so if you don't want to hear it, then don't watch my videos. Don't listen to me. Don't get offended. Don't shoot me in the face. Just understand what I'm saying, and then you'll get it. And the more and more that insightful, it's the more and more knowledge I get, the more I learn how to calculate everything I can possibly calculate. I want to calculate, you know, and I just get more knowledgeable. The more insights I'll have for you people, and the more you'll be able to learn from me, and you'll just, everyone will want to come to me, I guess, because I'll be one of the few out there. There's other people, it's like INTJs that are like me, that can give you some good insight and stuff like that. And I'm sure there's interviews out there. I've got to check how long I'm recording for. 20 minutes. Fuck balls and dick shits. I'm going to actually carry on this video. I'll just split it into 2 parts. So see you in the next video.